Hello dear students, welcome back to the chapter Polymers. In the previous classes, we learned the preparation of different types of polymers. In today's video lecture, that is video lecture 4, we are going to learn about natural and synthetic rubbers. Along with that, we are going to learn vulcanization of rubber, which is one of the most important process taken place to convert the strength of rubber, and preparation of synthetic rubber. Let us begin our today's session, rubber. In that we are going to learn natural rubber and synthetic rubber. So as the name itself indicates, it is obtained from plant source, that is latex of rubber tree is natural rubber, and which is a colloidal suspension. You know what is colloidal suspension, which are having the smaller particles, and it is a linear polymer of isoprene. So here the isoprene is the monomeric unit of natural rubber. So what is isoprene? So here is answer. The structure of isoprene with a formula 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. Try to write the structure. 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. But means 4 carbon atoms, diene, that means there are 2 double bonds, and the positions are given. It is between 1-2 carbon atoms and 3-4 carbon atoms, and the second carbon atom contains methyl group, and the remaining valencies of the carbon atom are hydrogen atom. So isoprene structure 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene, and which is the monomeric unit of natural rubber. So here we have the structure. Total 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 2 double bonds here, the second one is here, and between 1, 2, carbon number 1 and 2 there is a double bond, and between third and fourth carbon atom there is a double bond, and there is a presence of methyl group on the second carbon atom. So this is the structure of isoprene. Moving to the next part, isoprene structure, formula CH2, C, CS3, CH double bond CH2, 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene, which undergoes a combination of number of molecules, that is n number of molecules, and the process is known as polymerization. So here free radical mechanism is going to take place, and it come under addition polymerization. So there is no byproduct is formed during the course of formation of polymeric structure. So you can see here there is a free radical formation. The carbon atoms are going to get one free radical from the double bond, and there is a formation of new double bond between second and the third carbon atom, and instead of double bond now this becomes single bond, and on either side there is a n number of such groups are going to form. So if you are taken n number of isoprenic unit, this group is going to repeat for n times, and the process is known as polymerization, and whatever we get there, that is called as polyisoprene. So name of natural rubber, it is polyisoprene, and the monomeric unit which is used is isoprene unit. On to the next part. So it look like this: CH3, C, CH2, double bond, CH, CH2, CH2 group. So this group is going to repeat for n times. So that leads to the formation of polymeric structure. So you can observe here, this is the new double bond formed. These are the end of the carbon atoms, CH2, CH2. Second carbon atom is containing CH3 group, and here is the second molecule, new double bond formation, and its end group CH2, CH2, and the second carbon contains a CH3 for the second unit. Similarly for the third, new bond in the third molecule, and these are the 2 end molecules of that particular component. So you can observe here the CH2 groups are on the same side here for the first molecule. For the second molecule, CH2 groups are on the same side. For the third molecule, again the CH2 groups are on the same side. So what we can draw with this structure? We can suggest or we can tell that it is cis isomer of isoprene or the polyisoprene. So it is cis polyisoprene. Why it is cis? Because CH2 groups, same groups are on same side of the double bond. Hence it come under cis isomer. Hope you are following the words. Moving to the next part, synthetic rubber, which is also known as gutta percha. It is prepared in the factories or laboratories. So the monomeric unit for synthetic rubber is also isoprene, and it is non-elastic and crystalline. Cis isomer is natural rubber. Its trans isomer is synthetic rubber. CH2 group. These are on the opposite side of the double bond for one group or one unit. We can draw the same thing for here for the second component also. CH2 groups are on the opposite side. CH2 are on the opposite side. If they come on the same side of the double bond, it is cis isomer. If they come on the opposite side of the double bond, it is trans isomer. So cis isomer of isoprene is natural rubber, whereas trans isomer of isoprene is synthetic rubber. Isoprene is the monomeric unit for both natural as well as synthetic rubber. Cis isomer gives natural polymer, whereas trans isomer gives synthetic rubber. Moving to the next part, natural rubber. Properties of natural rubber, which is soft, sticky, and which has less tensile strength. Hence, to make natural rubber more strong, tough, and elastic, it is vulcanized to bring strength, tough, and elastic property in the natural rubber. This process, that is vulcanization, it is first carried out in the year 1839 by Goodyear. He discovered the process of converting natural rubber to more strong and elastic form, and the process is known as vulcanization. We learn the process of vulcanization. What we are going to do in vulcanization process? The natural rubber is mixed with 3 to 5% of sulfur and heated at the temperature of 100 to 150 degrees Celsius. It forms cross-linking of cis-1,4 polyisoprene. So there is a formation of cross-linking. It was earlier linear, now it becomes cross-linking of 1,4 polyisoprene chain through disulfide bonds, that is S. Two sulfur groups are binded. So here we have the structure of isoprene. CH2 double bond C, CH3, CH2. It is a isoprene 2-methyl 1,3-butadiene, which undergoes the formation of polymers. So before that, it is going to undergo free radical mechanism. So there is a formation of single electron system, and it is going to form new bonding. So there is a formation of new double bond between carbon number 2 and 3. Carbon number 1 and 4, now they are ready to bind with another similar type of molecule, and which is going to form cis form of polyisoprene, that is natural rubber. Similar group we have taken once again, CH2 group, CCH3 double bond CH and CH2 group, and it is going to link with the help of disulfide bind by using this double bond. So these double bonds are undergoing the formation of free radical. Again the process, single electron goes to one carbon atom, another single electron goes to another carbon atom, similar process here, and there is a formation of disulfide bond. So this group is going to repeat for n times, and the process is known as vulcanization. So the definition for vulcanization: The natural rubber is mixed with 3 to 5% of sulfur and heated at the temperature of 100 to 150 degrees Celsius. It is going to form cross linking of cis 1,4 polyisoprene chain through disulfide bond. The process is known as vulcanization and the rubber formed is vulcanized rubber, and which is having more strength and elastic property which was not there for natural rubber. Moving to the next part. So we are going to see the vulcanization process with the difference in the sulfur content which we are mixing with natural rubber. If you mix 1 to 3% of sulfur, it is low harder used in the making of rubber bands. So which is having not much strength. Rubber bands are made with natural rubber by mixing 1 to 3% of sulfur. If you mix around 3 to 10% of sulfur, it is little harder and used in making tires. If you increase the sulfur content, that is up to 20 to 30%, then we are going to get a hard rubber and which are used in making shoes. So if you use the different quantity of sulfur percentage, then we are going to get the different strength for the natural rubber. Moving to the next part. So we are going to learn the various synthetic rubbers: Buna S, Buna N, neoprene and butyl rubber. So these are the 4 different types of rubbers which are synthetic rubbers. These are not come under natural rubber. Okay, these are synthetic rubbers. Let us learn the preparation of synthetic rubber. In that, Buna S and Buna N we learn. First one, Buna S rubber, which is also known as styrene butadiene rubber, SBR, styrene butadiene rubber. So Buna S, the name is derived from Bu, butadiene, Na, sodium, and the IUPAC name is natrium, S is styrene. It is Buna S, butadiene, natrium, styrene is Buna S. So Buna S is a copolymer of 1,3-butadiene and styrene obtained by addition polymerization. You can observe this sentence: addition polymerization, there is no byproduct formation. So whatever the components are there, they will be retained till the end of the process. So the styrene structure, it is CH2 double bond CH2, it is ethyl. One of the hydrogen atom is replaced by benzene ring. So now it becomes styrene, which is treated with 1,3-butadiene, CH2 double bond CH, CH, CH2. It is 1,3-butadiene, which is treated in presence of sodium. It leads to the formation of polymeric structure. So you can expect the process. It undergoes homolytic bond cleavage. So the electrons are transferred, leading to the formation of new bonding. So you can observe here, there are 2 electrons and these electrons are transferred in the formation of new bonding. Get this kind of structure now. Okay, so the double bonds are converted into single bond, and these free radicals are combined to form new bond. So it was earlier single bond, now it becomes double bond. Here what was a double bond, now it is single bond. So new bond is formed between CH2 of styrene and CH2 of 1,3-butadiene. And if this group repeats for n times, if you have taken n times of styrene and n times 1,3-butadiene, you will be getting this group repeating unit for n times, and this leads to the formation of synthetic rubber, that is Buna S. What is Buna S? It is butadiene, natrium, styrene. Moving to the next part, that is the properties. Buna S is tough and it is a good substitute for natural rubber. It possesses high load bearing capacity. Example for Buna S: first one, it is used in making tires. It is usually as insulators. Insulator means outer cover for electric wires. And the third one, it is used in bubble gums. Next, the fourth use which is also used in making inner tubes of tires. Moving to the next part, Buna-N rubber. Again, Bu stands for butadiene, Na stands for sodium or natrium, and here N stands for acrylonitrile. What is structure of acrylonitrile? CH2 ethene. One of the hydrogen atom of ethene is replaced by Cn nitrile group. So the structure is CH2 double bond CHCN, acrylonitrile. So again, Buna-N is a copolymer of 1,3-butadiene and acrylonitrile, and which is again obtained by the addition polymerization. We can expect some free radical mechanism here. So preparation, acrylonitrile, as we already discussed, it is a derivative of ethene molecule. One of the hydrogen atom is replaced by Cn group, nitrile group. Okay. So which is treated with 1,3-butadiene, CH2 double bond CH2. Now this double bonds undergo homolysis, free radical mechanism, and that is in presence of sodium leads to the formation of polymeric structure. So you can observe here. So now these double bonds are converted into single. New bond is formed between CH2 group of acrylonitrile and CH2 group of 1,3-butadiene. Double bond converts to single, single converts to double, double converts to single, and the new bond is formed to continue the chain. So if you have taken this group for n times, that is acrylonitrile, and 1,3-butadiene, if you have taken for n times, you will be getting this repeating unit for n times. N times acrylonitrile, n times 1,3-butadiene gives n times the polymeric unit, and the unit which is known as Buna-N. Buna-N stands for butadiene natrium acrylonitrile. Moving to the next part, properties. It possesses high resistance to action of petrol. Example, these are used in oil seals. Second, which is used in the inner lining of pipes. Next, the third application or the use, which is used in the manufacture of soles for shoes. Dear students, we are learning preparation of synthetic rubber. We continue that one with neoprene rubber and butyl rubber. Neoprene rubber. Neoprene, it is a homopolymer of chloroprene. Isoprene, we learned, it is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. Chloroprene is 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. Structure of chloroprene, it is 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. There are total 4 carbon atoms. There is a presence of 2 double bonds between 1, 2 and 3, 4 carbon atoms, and the second carbon atom contains Cl group. Let us learn the preparation. Chloroprene, CH2 double bond C, Cl, CH, CH2, which is treated with the peroxide, that is benzoyl peroxide, which undergoes the formation of polymer. Again, it undergoes homolysis, leading to the formation of new bond between carbon number 2 and 3, that is a double bond formation, and first carbon and the 4 carbon atoms are going to continue the chain. And if you have taken n times chloroprene, what we get? It is n time neoprene. So the monomer for neoprene is chloroprene. If it is a isoprene, instead of Cl, it is CS3. As it is a chloroprene, it is Cl group. Moving to the next part, properties. It has a superior properties than natural rubber, which is having resistance to chemical action. Example, which are used in the chemical containers. These are also acid cans, and which are resistant to chemical substances, and which are prepared in the laboratories or factories, and which contains neoprene unit. The second example, conveyor belt, oil gaskets. And the fourth example, which are used as stoppers. So water bottles you use, and whatever the stopper is there, which is made up of, if it is a plastic, it is made up of neoprene unit. Move to the next part, butyl rubber. So butyl rubber come under copolymerization, and which is having a two monomeric unit, isoprene and isobutylene. So here we have the structure, it is isobutylene, which is mixed with isoprene unit. This isoprene unit, which we saw in case of natural rubber, which was the monomeric unit of natural rubber. These two undergo a reaction or polymerization in presence of AlCl3, which is going to act as a catalyst, and the solvent methyl chloride CH3Cl, which undergoes homolysis, again leading to the formation of new bonds, and there is a formation of new bond between carbon atom of isobutylene and carbon atom of isoprene. New bond is formed, and new double bond is formed between carbon number 2 and 3 of isoprene units, and there is a formation of polymeric structure. If you have taken n times isobutylene and n times isoprene, you will be getting the repeating unit for n times, and it is known as butyl rubber. Coming to the uses of butyl rubber, which are used in making inner tubes and tires of the motors. Thank you dear students, hope you enjoy the session. Thank you all.